The way I show love, I think a lot of guys do. I'll do your taxes and like go get your car fixed and like
acts of service.
Mine's all acts of service. So it's like it's like if I go take your car and look at the tire pressure,
my taxes,
and I'll start dating you if you'll give me some money.
Take your car in, you're like, all right.
Change my oil.
He needs a personal assistant.
We are all now looking for sugar daddies. I opened for Nimish Patel in San Jose at San Jose Improv. I forgot what I was gonna say, and then everyone started cheering me on, and I finished the joke and I left. I ran out, I started crying, I spiraled. My friend had to come calm me down, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? I'm not meant to be a comedian.
I did this reality show. It was like a dating, dancing reality show where they match you up with somebody. Oh, she's attractive. You're gonna like her. I saw her and I was like, dude, I'm like levels above this chick. And she didn't.
I love when Tarun says that.
She didn't even pick me. That's the hard thing about it. What's going on, guys? My name's Tarun Shetty. Welcome to the ConvoSutra. Here, another amazing episode. We got some panelists who I cannot stand the sight of.
That's fair.
Back.
What an
We're
intro,
here.
Tarun. Oh my God.
I feel the same way.
Welcome back. How about we do a quick intro, though, for audio listeners?
Hey guys, I'm Priya. I'm a comedian, actor, producer, and glad to be back there. Thanks for having me.
I'm Pritesh Shah, actor, comedian, host. Good to be back with Priya.
What's up, guys? Good to be back with everybody. I'm Jazz. I'm the host of the Hot Chai Pod, a Bollywood review and gossip podcast.
Yeah, and thanks for filling in for me. Both you guys did a great job hosting.
It was fun.
It was a good time.
was
We had
fun.
big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
Big
such
shoes.
Herding
massive
sheep.
shoes.
You guys killed it.
Herding cats, actually, not sheep.
You've been on a lot of episodes.
I've been on a lot of episodes, but I'm not always like the primary voice ever. And I'm definitely not the host. So the new skill set.
But you killed it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It was
We'll
fun
see.
being
We'll see the
it
episode.
was fun being on the opposite end of Jazz and just making eye contact with her all the time.
Yeah, you guys all, maybe Priya can host this one.
Yeah.
We could switch out.
I'm still not feeling well.
We need to get Tarun like a Vedic astrology reading, see what transits are affecting your health, brother.
Bring in Sachin Bhatt. He'll do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We'll do the
Sachin.
Ayurvedic reading.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
We love him.
We've been doing a question to start this thing off. Here's the question. Nothing to do with being Indian today. What is the one experience that shaped you today?
One.
Yeah.
One.
The most profound experience that has shaped you, who you are today.
That is a profound question.
It could go in so many
You're like,
directions.
this podcast.
Not about being Indian, and today's the day I wore my Indian jewelry. But
Yeah, it's a good way to not be identified.
Yeah. One
Go for it, Priya.
experience. You go. Who wants to go first?
You guys, what do you? I'd have to think about it. Why don't you go?
My experience was doing stand-up because I really pursued that and it really changed the whole trajectory of my life. And somebody actually told me when I was starting, he goes, when you choose this, you're not just choosing a career, you're choosing a whole lifestyle. It dictates like who you hang out with, how much money you're going to make, who you're going to marry. Like it dictates everything in your life. And I also think the failure you go through as a stand-up is why I've been able to do so many different things in my career because I'm just used to failing. Because, as a comedian, for this knows, you got to be failing and not bombing all the time. Priya. I'm totally kidding.
I looked at her too, right? When you said bombing, I was like,
I will talk about that.
she's very familiar. She's very familiar.
But you know what I'm saying, though, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
of
So
course.
you have to kind of build that into you. And I think that's been the most one experience that has made me who I am.
I think moving to LA and quitting my full-time finance career and going full-time creative, definitely, because again, it's opened up so many opportunities for me. I kind of took a chance on myself and I'm like, let me be in a city where, it's going to push me to keep doing more, learning more, growing more. And so I think moving here, that decision definitely changed a lot of the trajectory for me too. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, aligns with what both of you are saying. I quit my job before I was about to start. When I was gonna go into finance and accounting.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I talked to an astrologer. Astrologer was like, "You're never gonna use your degree for a career," and I was like, "F you." I was really pissed off. I'm like, "Who are you to talk to me like that?" And my mom's like, "You should never be an accountant. You're funny." And I was like, "All right." She found an acting class, and anyway, before my job started, I was like, had a dream and crying, and I was like, I can't do this, and I quit everything. And my dad didn't talk to me for like a year and a half, really.
No way.
Like he talked to me, but not really talked to me. Yeah.
He
I
wasn't-
respect that. He put me through college. And he's like, you quit everything I paid
Like,
for.
thanks for
Like, I'm
throwing
not
my
even
money
mad
down the
at him.
drain. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the best thing because it's like the first time I had to realize what it was like to be like broke and move to LA and not know what I'm doing, but I was actually really happy. I had nothing that was super happy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hearing laughing. I think my most formative experience probably, I guess moving to New York for grad school, because I was like, oh, I'll be there 2 years and come back. And then I started working my second year while I was in grad school, and then working in tech research. And then I moved into tech, and I just like being around certain people opened my eyes to like a whole world outside of academia. And like, then I got to meet other people, connected me more to like being an entrepreneur and stuff. So yeah. And also it let me go remote so early because I went fully remote 2018. So yeah, that probably changed my life for better and for worse. But then I was able to move back to LA as a result because the tech scene's not as, wasn't as popping off here. And I hate San Francisco. Unpopular opinion, maybe.
No, I agree with you.
I agree too.
Popular opinion for this group, but yeah.
I don't like the Bay Area.
Yeah, I guess it did a lot for me in terms of like opening my eyes.
Yeah, it's funny how like these weird events happen in your life that can really just change. Like someone, I forget who said this, but he said he felt like he was being pulled by an invisible thread through life. Sometimes I feel like the thread's pulling me through lava sometimes, but there's still something you kind of follow.
Yeah.
You don't think it's random?
I don't know. I would, honestly, had my mom lived, I would have lived in Florida and I wouldn't have come here to LA to start this podcast. I always think about that. Like if everything didn't happen the way it happened, I wouldn't have come back to LA. I would have rented out my place and it stayed there. And like, I would have been done as a creative, I think. But it's funny how like these events happen in your life that, maybe I was meant to come back to LA and do stuff.
The Vedas talks about that. All of those threads about your mom. I mean, I think we talked about last time a little bit about free will and destiny. I was watching another whole hour and a half video on it today from the Art of Living podcast. And the guy was saying like, your destiny is your height, your free will is your weight.
Yeah.
It's simply put in another way, but I think it kind of goes, there's like so many levels of threads. Like the first thread is like, people always go, what's your purpose? It's like, well, to grow consciously. It's school, earth school. And the second thread is, what are the obstacles that you've come in as a soul to experience in order for freedom consciously? And then the third thread is like, okay, what do you apply onto earth? Like, what's your role? What do you give? Sure. And that's kind of like the material path we kind of all follow, I guess.
I'm tired of seeing people win all the time. Sometimes I'm like, God, I always see people who have like all these wins. I'm like, can you lose that one thing for crying out loud?
Speaking of, I have an experience I want to talk about.
Yeah, talk about it.
So I've had an awesome summer. I opened for Zarine Garg.
Oh, nice.
Which went very, very well.
Congrats.
Amazing. It was at Irvine Improv, 500 people. She sold out like 8 shows in a row.
I love her.
And gave me the opportunity to open for her.
You sold it out, Priya. Let's be real about this.
No.
They were coming for you.
This wasn't my show. This was hers. She did it all. But
they saw you on the website.
Fantastic experience. And then a month later, I opened for Nimish Patel in San Jose at San Jose Improv. And for me, that experience, so to keep it short, I did my set, and then towards the end of the set, I blanked on one of my jokes. I never blanked like this on stage, where I literally looked out into the audience and I paused, and then I told people, I was like, I forgot what I was going to say. And then everyone started cheering me on, and I finished the joke and I left, and I was like a total mess and crying and this and that. But because it was like the venue was 450 people, there was a balcony, there were all these lights, there was this huge clock. It was Friday, it was 10 p.m. and the audience energy was low. And it was the first time I let that energy impact my energy, because usually I'm high energy, like no matter what, I just keep going and say jokes. But because they weren't, like with Zarna's audience, there was like a roar. Like you could hear hundreds of people laugh at the top of their lungs. This one, people were tired. It was like muffled. It was giggles. And also I was definitely nervous. Like the venue itself was like...
How many shows did he do for
very intimate.
2 a night?
No, it was just one. It was just one
show.
show.
Oh, okay.
Because they had done, they basically did multiple shows in that city. And then I just kind of, they're like, hey, pick a show you want to do. And then like, I was like, okay, let me do the show. But it was interesting because I think I was a lot harder on myself, because like afterwards I ran out, I started crying, I spiraled, my friend had to come calm me down, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? I'm not meant to be a comedian. She goes, Priya, first of all, calm down. And she goes, your set was good. You had a hiccup, and that's okay. But also like not your whole set and anything nothing is ever going to be fully perfect. And that's okay. And then I went on Instagram and I like shared about this experience. The amount of like feedback I got from so many people that thanked me for just being so honest, where it's like, you know what, we show a lot of our wins. It's like win, win, win. We got to talk about our L's. We got to talk about our losses, because those are the things that I'm never going to forget that. And literally that just fueled my fire to be like, okay, next performance, I'm going to rock it. I'm going to redeem myself. Let's go. But it's also like, you take that into account of like, okay, there's things I need to work on. And also like when you're performing in different cities, of course the venues are going to be different. I wasn't used to looking out. You could see everyone in the audience. It was like bright. And I'm usually used to seeing like darkness, but you can't control a venue. You can't control lights. You can't control anything. So it's literally about getting the reps in, doing more stage time and not being a little baby. Like, I feel like I was just like, oh my God, the audience didn't like me. I was like, no, it's not even about that. It's about like just learning how to handle it. And I had a friend who's a comedian literally DM me and be like, yo, I had a show next door. I actually came and saw you and you did well. Don't let one part of it jinx your whole performance.
Say you feature for somebody like Thursday through Sunday. That first show is always like you trying to get back on the boat, you know, like you figuring it out. And then the next 5 shows will go smoother. It's that first show you're trying to like kind of work it out. So that's a hard thing to just jump in.
Also, when you're opening for somebody, right? Everyone, you're bringing up the audience. You're bringing up their energy. So even if their energy's low, that's okay. You have to. And also, my friend was like, dude, no one was there to see you. They were there to see Nimesh Patel. So no one's even going to remember
There's
you.
no pressure on you.
Yeah.
But the hiccup thing's but the hiccup thing is you're the only one that knows. That's the other thing with the hiccups.
Well, you've never admitted though to the audience. You're never like.
Whether admit it or not, but see, the thing is like the beauty of stand-up is if they haven't seen you, they have no idea where you're going. Yeah. So you can steer however you want.
I know.
Right? So like that's happened to me as well when you go blank. I'm like, dude, they don't know what I'm about to say. Yeah. I can switch up and improv or do whatever the hell I want.
Crowd work
they have no clue.
Yeah.
Right?
And usually when I'm hosting a show, it's fine. Like I've had times where I forget and I'm like, okay, let's pivot, let's do this. But this was like literally end of the set. It was like my last joke and I'm like, I just totally blanked and I looked out and I was like just so intimidated. And I'm like, I've never felt that intimidated, but it was also like new city, new venue, new audience or whatever. So it's okay. I'm actually glad that happened because you're always going to remember the times that didn't go well more than the ones that did go well.
Dude, there was a girl named Ayushi on this podcast once. And she kind of like trashed Zarine. She was like, I don't like her comedy. And it started trending because people were like,
who said it?
Ayushi. Ayushi's great like that. And she was like, you got to take down my clips because she said she looked fat or something. So
but there's a lot of people who feel that way about all comics, right? They're not
you can't please everybody.
In fact,
it's not your job to.
Absolutely. Somebody actually told me, one of my friends, he's pretty famous, and he goes, man, if you're getting hate mail, that means you're going outside your purview. You know, that means people are discovering you. I mean, that's a good thing. You don't want to stay in your bubble. You know, the same fans seeing you over and over again.
It's an interesting psychology of how everyone feels like everything's meant for you. And if it's not to your liking, somehow it sucks. Like, I don't like country music. I don't think country music sucks. It's just not for me.
Yes.
It's just not for me.
Agreed, disagree.
Go off on a rant so we can clip this.
Well, okay. Yeah. You freaking hicks. No. It's not my thing, so I don't listen to it. I don't like, if you don't like it, just stop watching it then. I don't understand. Like, people hate stuff, continue to watch it, and then keep dissing it. It's the most interesting psychology to me.
You guys don't hate watch anything?
No.
I hate watch a few people, a few creators.
Really?
I do. I'm a part of that psychology where I'm like, I can't. I think.
Can you give us an example?
The runes.
The ConvoSutra.
You're like episodes
Worst
I'm on.
podcast ever.
Yeah. Self-loathing.
Sometimes when you trash Abhishek Bachchan, sometimes I'm like, I don't know the guy at all, but I'm like, from what Karan was saying last week, he was like, seems like a cool guy, but sometimes
Professionally.
yeah.
Oh, dang.
There we go.
Damn, she's stuck on that, dog.
No, but
Can't change my mind.
But it's okay. I mean, it's okay to express your opinion. You know,
You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's perfectly okay.
Yeah, which I tell people, you can say whatever you want on this. I don't care.
Well, even I remember I moved to LA, and I would like call Pritesh up and be like, "Oh my god, these like girls are like mean to me. They don't like me." He's like, "Okay, welcome to LA, first of all, and also if you're getting haters, that just means that you're doing something
I
right."
remember the conversations. Remember, I laid out everything.
You did. You warned me. You were like,
this person I warned her. This person I warned her.
You warned me about everyone, and now I've grown from that to be like, you know what? It's okay if you don't like me.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, brush it off. I encourage the challenge. You know, get to know me. Maybe your mind will change. Maybe not. That's okay.
Yeah.
Bring on the haters.
Actually, I say that a lot. I don't mind if personally or wherever. I don't care if people don't like me. But if you're trying to be everyone's cup of tea, you're going to fail.
Yeah, I mean,
people
people like
still
Oprah,
hate
right?
you.
People like Oprah.
Some people hate Oprah.
1000%. Mother Teresa.
Wait, but they're not all perfect people, though.
I've heard some things about Mother Teresa.
Well, I mean, Mother Teresa, but you could say that about Gandhi too. Like he was a racist
Gandhi is
lawyer in
loved.
Africa.
Exactly.
But it's like, okay,
Was he sleeping with like young kids?
Yeah, and he would sleep with young kids to test if he
next to.
next to him, so he wasn't getting turned
Okay.
on, which is still a
I didn't
problem.
know that.
That's a problem.
Priya
And
would have
he-
slept
and he
with him easily. Priya would have. If you're gonna try to get freedom to India, Priya would have slept with him every night. She is so down. She's like, you're gonna get the British out of here. I'm so down to give you some ass. Like Priya would have done that.
No, he's too bony.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
He would have boned you. But I'm just saying, Priya would have slept with Gandhi for sure.
I think people have vices. Like whenever someone's too perfect, I'm like, they've got to have something that they're not showing.
They do though. Every
Yeah.
person I've met that's nice, we've talked about, that's too nice. They have skeletons in their closet. I don't
There's
trust them.
something
ever.
weird.
Yeah.
And it's always the guy that seems like an asshole, and I meet him, I'm like, oh, they're actually a nice person. But you know, like the Bill Cosby or whoever, like people who have got that perfect facade.
That's a good point.
I've met people. I think we all have met people like that. And then after a while, you're like, oh, you're like a narcissistic piece of shit.
Or
But
some-
you
or-
have this vibe or this
Or
persona
it's
you
like
put
even
out.
if you meet someone and they seem perfect, I also think it's like how you're vulnerable with people and how you share with people. Because I think people connect to pain more than joy. So when you're talking about your problems with somebody, I feel like people can relate to that more because everyone's just like fighting these silent battles. And so it's just about being authentic and relatable in a way that people can be like, oh, this person's, they're like this on paper, but when you meet them and they're like talking about real things, it's like, okay, cool. They have a side to them that's not just like
That's true,
picture
but
perfect.
some of these people I think I'm talking about, you won't get that out of them.
Yeah, of course.
And you say that now, like Hollywood a lot, where it's like they'll listen, they won't really say much. They
Yeah.
they nod their heads. They'll be very agreeable. So you don't actually penetrate them. You don't get them. No,
Penetrate?
relax. We
This
don't need to
goes
talk
on
about-
TV, by the way.
Yo, sorry. Yeah, we're not. Yeah. So
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
So you're saying misery loves company.
Yep.
Which is
Yeah.
true.
True.
Yes.
Nobody who's like struggling with a breakup wants to be around their like newly engaged friend. Like, oh my God, now I'm wedding planning and you don't have this. But one day you will. It's like, you
Yeah.
know, so people like attracts like, I think, at certain phases
Oh yeah,
too.
definitely. People don't talk bad about people who are underneath them. It's always someone above them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to punch down.
Yeah, exactly. So whoever's gossiping about you, they're probably levels below you, and they're probably
No,
jealous.
you can just hate them. Come on.
no, but there's a
Go
quote
on.
too. It's like everyone wants you to win the Oscar as long as they win it first.
Yes.
Right?
Once people, yeah.
So it's like I want everyone to succeed. Long as I'm just ahead of get it. Like I hope you get the series regular. As long as I already have mine, then I can applaud you. But if you get it and I don't, that's actually the true friendship. And can you actually truly be happy for other people?
Yeah.
I have a few friends that I know. No matter what my wins are, they would applaud. It will never
Yeah.
make it about them.
Yeah.
How'd you get it? What'd you do? Who's your agent? How'd you meet that guy? They'll just be stoked for me. But there's only a few of them.
Well, look, I think life in general is a zero-sum game. Like even not in the arts. Like say you go to medical school or something, you get a seat, someone's not getting a seat, right?
Yeah.
So that can dictate the rest of your life. So
Yeah. I also think people they'll support you when you're like kind of beginning, but then when you actually start to win and make moves, they're just like, wait a minute, hold on. This is, the support kind of dies.
I feel
dies
like it's
down
the
a little bit.
opposite.
Oh, really?
I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like people like to bandwagon support because they like
Oh,
want to be a
that's true,
part of
too.
like, oh,
Yeah.
it's now cool to support this person who's doing well. But when like you have 5 followers on Instagram, they're like, oh, who's like, what dumb, endeavor are you starting? Right. Even I feel that way. Like, I'm like, who's starting this? And then I'm like, maybe I should have been on board.
So you're saying before it goes, but it's like usually I've seen that people love supporting you when you pursue the American dream, and they start hating on you once you achieve it. So it's everyone loves a guy who's wants to be in the NFL and working his butt off to become. But then if he wins 6 Super Bowls, he becomes the devil, right? Everyone
Yeah.
loved LeBron when he's single mom, Akron, Ohio, one of the best basketball players we've ever seen, and then he's the villain.
Do you think he's the villain?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's hated on like crazy. And then same with like Jeff Bezos. When you see that picture of him in the garage with Amazon written in the back, everyone's like, look at him.
but do successful people really care what other people think?
I don't think it's
think to
really
some
about them.
degree.
Maybe. I think it's more about perception and how it reflects your own life on
Yeah.
how you perceive them. I don't think Bezos is worried about anyone's opinions about it. And
Clearly not.
I wouldn't either if I was really him at that point. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's part of life is not not letting stuff get to you and just doing your own thing. Because otherwise, if you hear too many voices, then it can dilute your own inner
Having a thick
compass.
skin.
Too many cooks in the kitchen, man.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. Hey, sorry to interrupt. If you like this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Jasmine, who's your circle?
My mom is my like number one, kind of advisor.
Let's cut to where am I in your circle, Jasmine?
You're not in it. You're like so out of it. It's crazy,
By the
dog.
way, she said once, she goes, yeah, you'll find out if you get invited to my birthday. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll go to Jasmine's birthday next week. No invite ever
No
came.
invite.
I didn't have a party. I actually
sure.
saw that clip recently. My friend surprised me and took me to Austin for the weekend. So I went there and
She's in your circle, I'm sure.
he's my best friend, Alex. Yeah, he took me to Austin. So actually I didn't do a birthday dinner. I didn't do anything. And what's funny is the next week was his birthday. And so we did this big birthday dinner for him. And a bunch of my friends thought it was for me and thought they weren't invited.
Darren, it just sounds like we weren't invited, dude.
Yeah,
That's the weirdest, like, trying to cop out. Now I was in Africa.
I promise.
I'll let it slide. But even in Africa, I did have a moment. I was like, I wonder if she's going to say, hey, I know you're there, but I wish you could have. But I got nothing. And I was honestly a little hurt.
People
Just wanted the invite. Y'all
I just wanted the invite. Even though I was sitting with lions,
Yeah.
I was like, let me just get Jazz's invites. I feel good about
Maybe a little
myself.
Christmas party.
We won't get the invite.
Then you would get the invite.
She'd be like,
I
well,
didn't
Alex,
have a party.
Alex
was your
dressed up as
birthday?
Santa.
July 7th.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
What's
It's a good birthday, 7/7. You guys don't have it.
why do girls always do that when you answer when something is like, July 7th? I get a gift.
Because I know you're
I
jealous.
have a boyfriend.
Not me.
It's the same thing they do when they want to look good in photos. This whole shoulder because
Oh,
they
yeah,
think
they-
they lose
Oh,
5
it's like a
pounds.
whole thing. It's like
They lose 5 pounds. I'm like, no, that's not
Every
helping.
girl knows how to take the perfect photo of themselves, the perfect selfie. They know their angles. I kind of know that too about myself.
I think you do.
good
I've
at
seen you give.
selfies.
I think you've given us some sexy eyes in the photos. You do the little. You
Dude,
know.
you have to. You got to figure that out.
You ever
Yeah,
been? You ever
especially
been
being in LA.
You ever been catfish dating?
Yes. Well,
course.
Talk about the perfect photos.
catfish.
Girls
in,
can deceive you, man.
catfish in the sense of like they weigh a lot more than.
That's
how
the
they-
common
that's
thing.
men or women. I've been catfished 3-4 times.
I've been
But-
catfish as well.
Hold on, by weight or look
or person.
or person
Not person.
or hairline.
Hairline.
That's a common thread
Oh,
with
yeah,
men.
yeah,
They
yeah.
use old
Massively
photos.
old photos. Weight.
Yeah. Okay.
And height.
So how'd you handle that? When you
Oh, I always have a good time. Wherever I go, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a glass of wine and I'm gonna then say bye. So cool meeting you and run away before they try to hug
Priya,
me.
her good time's different than your good time.
Yeah,
Well,
women
tell
get
us,
it.
tell us, she's respectable. She
Well,
look
I
at
can
look
talk
at.
to a brick wall. So I'm
Well,
like, I can
okay.
sit for an hour.
She also has a mental disorder.
Yeah.
But let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to you. What about
Mine
you?
was weight. He was like in his photos, he was this like chiseled,
Ooh.
like, and when I
got
met
excited.
him, he's just super chubby, super overweight, and I was just like,
That has to be so shocking, and I would love to see your face.
I know. And then,
Did he see Guy
I
or
still,
was he dating
yes,
a guy?
and I still gave him a chance and encouraged him to, and he also was like, he looked so disheveled, like he looked like he crawled out of like Jumanji. Like, you know what I mean? Like Robin Williams.
Jeez.
Anyways,
Good reference.
I dated him for a couple months and then like encouraged
You actually
him.
dated him?
And he was
Was
a
he
nice
eating
guy.
all of your food?
This was a
Wait.
catfish story.
I encouraged him to get more in shape, and then once he started getting in shape,
He
He
left,
left
you.
you.
yeah, that's what happened.
Hold on, how'd you encourage him? I want to know how this encouragement
I
happened.
was like,
It's a tricky subject.
I was like, oh, you look so different from your photos. And he was like, yeah, just been on some meds and gained a little bit of weight and stuff.
and you're like little.
and then I just feel like I was like, yeah, being physically fit is important to me. And like I would just make hints at like,
He said that?
Are you gonna get
No,
back
she
on?
said that to
I was
him.
like, are you gonna get like back on track or something? Or
I love
what
that.
date was this? Day
I
one?
love that.
I don't know. And it was just like it was a thing where he's like, yeah. And then he started, and then like I made him get like a haircut where he like took all his beard off, and he actually looked like good. And then
made-
once he started looking good, it was done. It was over.
You made a
He
big
ended it?
mistake
Yeah.
with that.
That's why you have to FaceTime people before you meet people.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes,
Yes,
and no.
I agree.
Why?
Yes and no.
What do you mean? Why?
Because sometimes first of all, I think Spark does not translate on FaceTime. It turns into very like, I feel like I'm on a Zoom meeting.
No, but he's just saying to see if they look like their photos.
Maybe it should be a silent meeting.
Wait,
Everyone's on mute and just looking.
A silent FaceTime.
It's so awkward to be like, hi, like I feel like I'm talking to like some like uncle from abroad.
It should be like an audition because in auditions they'll be like, we want a current how you look today. Send us a
like
selfie
that.
of today. So you should have to do that on the
Audition
things.
to be my boyfriend. I love that.
Okay,
I
I'm
once-
just talking about
Okay,
photos.
Bachelorette.
Oh, yeah.
I once went out with women. I keep saying girl. And she was like, let's have a FaceTime date. And I was like, oh, we're just going to FaceTime. She literally dressed up and then she had like a glass of wine. She seriously thought
I
it
did
was a
that
date.
once during COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, well, this wasn't during COVID. It was like,
That's cute though. She was like, "Oh, we're having a date."
yeah. And I was like wearing like a hoodie or something.
Of course.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
He has in a hoodie with no pants on. He's like, what is happening? This is a real
But
date.
she has the right idea, and that's actually what I'm saying. So it takes that from business meeting to like, oh, this is like intimate.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone's relaxed instead of like super awkward and like super
Yeah,
aware.
got some wine going and
And the other thing I hate about the FaceTime date, and I feel very passionately about this, is like you can see yourself. And you're so self-conscious of like, oh, so I look like that and I'm reacting like that.
you're
Like,
looking
you're
at
like looking
I'm
at
always looking at
both.
myself.
Well,
Yeah.
that tracks with your personality.
So you're not like being as natural.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're just looking at yourself.
That's fair.
Well, isn't that in general? If you're like one-on-one with someone, you really don't know the person until like months in.
Yeah, but you're not like staring at your own face unless there's a mirror behind you at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, in which case, then, well, so much the better.
Say you go to a date first and there's the inside seat or like the outside, like the booth or do you guys take the inside? You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Are you
If there's
saying
a
like
booth,
sit
you're across from each
across
other.
or next to them?
So
Is
you
that
can
what
see the whole restaurant and they can only see your face.
I
woman's supposed-
I always take the one who I can see the whole
The
restaurant.
woman's supposed to be in the booth in terms of
Yeah,
etiquette.
I would say give
yeah,
the woman
the
the
man
booth
has to sit on the
preparation.
outside.
Yes.
But the booth has both sides. What are you guys
I
talking
don't
about?
know who says.
No, but I'm saying like when you would give her the better seat.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that the better seat?
It's more comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, you should wait to be seated
Like if it's
when
a
they
booth and then a
arrive.
chair, the woman's gonna take the booth. And you're gonna
Yeah,
take the chair.
I'm not sitting in a chair.
I'm not sitting in a chair.
We get it. All right. Just relax. We get it. Everything's about
So
you.
we all like
get
to be in the
it.
booth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always take the booth.
Oh.
I'm like,
This is horrible.
I'm gonna force you to look in my face for 45 minutes. You know, like I don't need you to be distracted by any dudes walking in.
You see what he's saying though.
Oh, got it.
Because if you're in the booth, like usually the booth has access to the whole restaurant. The
Yeah.
chair's only
So
facing
why
the
should you
booth.
be looking at all the other women walking in?
Because I'm Tarun Shetty. That's why.
Actually, a guy's
It would be
supposed.
better for men to focus on one.
Yeah, but actually, it's supposed to be the guy's responsibility, etiquette-wise, to is also see who's going in and out of the restaurant for safety.
Yeah, for
That's
safety.
true.
As an Indian woman, I like to be seeing who's coming in and out of the restaurant for different reasons. Historically, like, oh, is my brother walking in?
Yeah.
Growing up in Osage, I'd always be like, I need to
That's
see the
fair.
door. Yeah.
That's fair.
Have you guys ever like used excuses to get out of a date? Like just left? Or
the
I gotta-
middle?
Midday?
Yeah.
No, I'll wait till the end to be like, okay, I'm tired. You know, I have an early morning. Good night. But not midday is like. I mean, sometimes I'll text my friends to be like, hey, I'm unsure about this. So if I send you a word or whatever, call me. But I don't think it's ever like actually happened.
That is, dude. Do you guys remember back in the day, Facebook had throuple dates? They had a group date.
No way.
This
What?
was like
Throuple?
9-10 years,
Throuple?
not like a throuple, but like they have a triple date. So there was a thing where you and two buddies had to submit your photos, and they would pair you up with 3 girls, and you paid $20 a person. They set up a location. The first drink was on them. That's why you're paying the $20 a person. So my buddy, he was like, we got to do this. I was like, I don't know, dude. That's a lot going on. And he's like, we're going to do it. So he submitted our photos. And then we went on this date with these 3 girls.
So it's you 2 and 3 girls? Or
No,
3
me,
guys
us
and
3 guys
and 3
they-
girls.
3 girls.
Oh,
But
wow, that's intense.
he's one of those guys who, I'm like Jazz, like if I go and I'm not attracted to him, whatever. Like I'm just there to have a
Yeah.
good time,
Yeah.
talk, like
Yeah.
I'm good. He's not like that. So we not gonna lie, we're sitting out with 3 girls, none of them are attractive in our opinion, right? Like, and he's just pissed. He's just like, he's just like,
Oh, you can't even see their photo before?
no, it's a complete, but they're supposed to use the photos to get it like compatible, right? That's
Dude,
what you're paying.
I hate
So
that.
do we go
You
there?
don't like a blind date.
We go there, but this is the funniest part. Me and my other buddy Joe, we're like, yeah, whatever. Like, we'll just have fun. And he's just like, you can tell on his face, no poker face. He's pissed, right? Then he's texting us. He's like, meet me in the bathroom. So we're like, we're gonna go to the bathroom together. So we go to the bathroom. We're like, excuse us.
huddle.
The girls are like, what's going on? We go to the bathroom together. We're like peeing, and he's just like, yo, bro, mayday, alert. I'm like, what do you want to do? Just
Yeah.
chill. Let's just enjoy ourselves. We go out there. He's texting us. He's like, we gotta leave. He just left.
He left, and then what happened to you guys?
Then I was like trying to be nice. I was like, hey, like we're gonna hang out, like, we can all stay in touch and like hang out. And then we just all left. And then he got so mad at Facebook that we got a refund, and he made them set us up on another date,
Wow.
which went just as bad. So that ended.
Dude, I hate when people set you up.
Like a blind date.
Well, Indian especially, they're like, oh, she's Indian. Like people can't really gauge Indian looks for some reason. I did this reality show.
You mean non-Indian people?
That's a good point.
I did this reality show. It was like a dating, dancing reality show where they match you up with somebody. And like basically you see them for the first time. You do choreography, then you dance them for the first time. And then she picks between me and this other guy. And they were like, oh, she's attractive. You're going to like her. I saw her and I was like, dude, I'm like levels above this chick. And she didn't
I love when Tarun says that.
she didn't even pick me. That's the hard thing about it. I was like, you didn't pick me. She picked like some baseball player. And I was like,
Well, that's fair.
and I was like, I was so offended. I was like, God, maybe I'm not gauging myself properly. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
delusional.
but looks are also subjective up to a point because I think
Everyone has a
You
type.
know instantly if you're attracted to someone or not.
no, of course
Physically,
you
yeah.
do. But when you say your level's above, like I know there's gonna be some girls out there that are like super attracted to me, and there's some girls out there that don't find me attractive at all. So I
Yeah.
mean, it just kind of depends. And that was a humbling experience. I was at a hotel. At a hotel bar at a meeting, and there was an attractive girl that was a bartender, and we were just talking, and then all of a sudden she comes up to me, she goes, you're really good looking, but I don't find you attractive at all.
She
And
said
I
that
was-
to your
That's
face?
a
She
common
said it to
thing.
me when we were talking, and I was like,
That's a weird thing to say.
yeah, but it was an interesting conversation. I liked it. I was like, let's
You're
keep
like,
talking.
Tell
This
me
is-
more.
no, I was just so curious on why she even said that, and it was just an interesting conversation to have with this person.
She was probably baffled as to why she was not attracted to you.
Huh.
And it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, and we've talked about this before. It's like just being good looking is not enough. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you have to have a
Yeah.
charm, or like for an actor, like a screen presence. It's not always the best looking
know.
person who's like the heartthrob. Like Pedro Pascal, people are very into.
Yeah, he's not that good looking, but he's
Yeah.
he succeeded.
I think he's sexy.
See?
There's a guy thing. I'm sure maybe
does
Pritesh
weird
knows.
stuff.
And they always say, don't go for the 9 or 10, go for the 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Because the 6 or
Don't
7.
be loyal.
Yeah. They won't have the ego. They won't have like.
They'll make you breakfast.
No, they'll be more genuine. I don't know if that's a rule. Have you guys heard of this?
No.
Date down? I've heard date down that the man is supposed to be 10 times uglier. But I heard that from somewhere randomly.
Yeah.
But they say it differently. But he's actually speaking from the guy's perspective.
And he's
though.
saying that he wants his girlfriends to be.
So like, but yeah, that's what he's
It's all
saying.
subjective, though. It is subjective a little bit. Not really, but it is.
But the reason they're coming from, and this is all generalizations, but like from a general perspective, if you date a girl who's like a 10, super, just physically, I'm talking a 10, Victoria's Secret model, whatever. Most of her life, she's been catered to in some way because of her
Exactly.
looks, and most of
Yeah.
her life, she hasn't developed
Priya's
character
like,
or
I know. I know.
any
People
level.
did it.
No, but any level
Listen,
of.
I was ugly growing up, all right? This happened like recently. So
I'm still waiting for the transformation, but so I think what happens is they get they're so accustomed to being catered to and everything being done for them that
Yes.
sometimes they're very difficult to date. And if they haven't done deep inner work, they can really need constant validation because
They're
that's
entitled.
built their whole character their whole life.
I'm
See,
going to
I'm
disagree
glad I was
with
ugly.
that.
It's the truth.
I'm going to disagree with that.
I'm not
think
saying,
it's
but I
true.
think this is a generalization. I'm not saying they're all like that.
No.
But I've dated enough of them as
Me
well
too.
to understand
They're entitled.
that if your whole persona and everything, it's not just their fault. Society's catered to it.
But I think it depends also like what industry they're in, right? Because if you guys are dating 10s who are aspiring models and actors,
I'm not dating 10s.
they all, yeah. But if you were,
That's what Tarun is.
then
I'm not
He's the
dating.
he's
10.
dating, yeah. But if you're
I'm the
dating
10.
very beautiful people, man or woman, and they're like aspiring models and actors, they have this like entitlement and ego that they deserve to be in front of the camera to begin with. So it's kind of this subset of people. A beautiful doctor is different than a beautiful model.
Attractive people do better in life. It's easier for them. Honestly.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
But it
which
also
is
depends.
fine.
If you're
People-
dating, you know that if they're the character once you date, I'm just talking the initials. So I don't want it to seem like it's a general.
But you're saying difficult to date, entitled, whatever, right? And if so, it's not initial. I think it does depend. Like,
Hold on, let me ask you a question. So
Yeah.
when you're attractive, so you didn't notice people giving you attention when you were like in high school, like older men? Oh my God, this is illegal, but she's attractive.
Jeez, that took a
You
turn.
know? No, but you
Older men?
You didn't notice. You didn't notice like guys like, having more attention toward you as you were progressing through life.
obviously, there was a period because I was like ugly and I had braces, and then suddenly the braces were off, and suddenly people.
Oh, so
cared
you
who I
and Priya
was.
both were uggers?
Yeah. So I got.
I
Yeah.
was too.
But things.
Really?
But that's. I mean, yeah. I. It's not a big. I think actually, I'm going to take a point that people like who are conventionally attractive and maybe get treated better are less bitter. And maybe they are more happy and they just kind of take it for granted. And it's the people who have to struggle and feel like they aren't getting opportunities and they're being passed over simply because of how they look might be more difficult to date.
But I also think because we were ugly, that
You're not
it
ugly.
really forced me to work on my personality. And now my personality is great. And of course,
You think it's great? You're just
I
it's a
worked so
lot.
hard on my personality because I was ugly. And now
it's
I'm not entitled.
But both of them haven't worked out for you. And how do you go through life knowing like nothing's happening? But no, I agree with what you're saying too. But my girlfriend now is conventionally very attractive as well. But she's also done her inner work, so she's not just relying on that. Does that make sense?
Okay, but
there's a level of
Pritesh,
depth
you're also
there.
conventionally attractive. And
But I didn't grow up like this.
But
I didn't grow up getting any attention.
I'm talking about at a certain point. I'm not talking about 6-year-old Pritesh. I'm talking about
Well, yeah.
18 plus, when people
I think he was
actually
still
start
ugly at 18,
dating.
right?
It took I didn't get a lot of attention. I feel like I got a lot of attention from girls around that time. Yeah, 18, 19. Right when I started becoming a freshman in college and I started working out, I was just
Exactly, me
being in
too.
shape really helps a lot.
Life changing.
Yeah.
But there's a reverse Uno card because
I love that.
when you get old and you're attractive and you're used to people giving you attention, I've seen women, I'm friends with a lot of people, models and stuff, and then they slowly creep into their 40s, et cetera. And I know some beautiful 40-year-olds. I'm not saying all of them, but I know a lot of people, and their whole identity is based on their looks. And then when it starts to go,
Sure.
even me, man, I can't tell you, I'm in the gym every day because I'm so paranoid. Oh my God, I'm gonna look some fat Indian
But
dude.
were you a stud from the beginning? Were you getting a lot of attention in
Stud?
girls from
No.
middle school? I'm just asking.
No,
middle
I was a total nerd. I'm not a
Really?
nerd, but yeah.
I actually read an article in Vogue and it got so much backlash, and it was about this woman who was what it was like to be an extremely beautiful woman and then stop being beautiful. She was 50 or something. She's like, it's so weird. Nobody holds the door open for me and gives me free stuff.
I think I read that
and,
same article.
and people
honestly.
were like, oh, boo hoo, we don't care, whatever. And I was like, hey, that's her lived experience.
No, but I have a close friend of mine. You make up a good point because one of my close friends, very close friend of mine, and she's dealt with weight her whole life, right? And she's legitimately obese, right? And then, we've talked about this
Shout
conversation.
out.
No, it's not even a bad thing because I commend the thing. And she said when she started losing weight, she kind of has resentment because she sees how people
I've heard that.
look at her
Yeah.
and treat her differently. And from her perspective, she says, I'm the same person.
Yeah.
I'm the same person.
Sure.
Yet you're treating me differently because I've lost 20 pounds and now all of a sudden I'm somehow, you should hold the door open for me or whatever.
It's coming into money when you had no money and then suddenly you come into money.
Especially
and you're
for men. That's a man thing,
people
yeah.
only like me now because of what dates I can take them on or what gifts I can buy them.
A rich guy is like a hot woman. That's what it is. A rich guy's a hot
I
woman.
actually called her because I was some girl I was hanging out with.
Oh,
She
no.
called me, but I was like, I think she wants money from me because
I confirmed.
yeah,
She wanted you to be her sugar daddy?
I think so. And I was like, you'll figure it out.
You're like, good luck with that, girl.
yeah.
She's like, so my car's at the shop and it doesn't work. And he's like, He's like, so she's like, I just need money, and I'll, That's cool. Yeah, so I guess we'll change our date then. See you around.
Yeah. Have you ever had a sugar daddy?
I've met definitely guys who have a lot of money, but at the same time, I haven't had actual sugar daddy.
It's a transactional relationship.
That's a
There's
gold digger
nothing
relationship,
actually
and that's
wrong
okay.
with it.
But I also think there's
They're
for
the same
certain
energy.
guys they
They're
find
both shallow.
pleasure in
Yeah,
taking
have fun.
care of girls that way. If they can't
Yes, that's
satisfy
true.
you sexually, they'll pay money and be like, "Yeah, I'm taking care of my girl."
Well,
There's
that's
certain
healthy
guys
masculine.
that feel satisfaction in paying for women.
I think just feeling
being a sugar daddy.
I feel like even without being the sugar daddy part, when you meet men, or women, but let's say traditionally men who are very generous, right? And are like, I want to spoil you and I want to give you gifts and they are feeling inspired to do that. And so therefore they're investing in that relationship in that way because sometimes maybe they can't invest as much emotionally or with their time. There's that aspect too. Or they just are like, it makes me feel good to
But that could be any relationship too. I mean, you could be married to someone and my husband or wife is showering me your gifts because that's the only way it's functional. Maybe they hate each other at that point.
But
So
everyone
there's-
has different love languages, and
Mm-hmm.
every relationship, we've all been in different relationships. Every dynamic's different.
Yeah.
You show a different side of yourself in relationships, right? It doesn't mean you're fake or anything. It's like, oh, this side brings this out of me, or this person holds me up emotionally. So in this relationship, I'd be more vulnerable because they listen.
Sure.
What's your love
Everything,
language?
everyone's a
What's your
mirror.
love language?
A touch.
Oh,
No, and I'm not even being, there's nothing sexual. I like cuddling, I like touch, and I definitely like words of affirmation.
Yeah.
But I'm not a gift person. Like I don't, if you'd ever get me a gift, that's not as important as long as I spend more time with you.
Mm-hmm. Quality time.
Yeah,
then.
but I'm more of a gift giver. I say I like to surprise people. I like to do all that. That's how I show love. Actually, I'll like the way I show love. I think a lot of guys do. I'll do your taxes and like go get your car fixed and like
acts of service.
mine's all acts of service. So it's like I will. It's like if I go take your car and look at the tire pressure,
my taxes,
and I'll start dating you if you'll give me some money.
Take your car in, you're like, all
I
right.
think Tarun, I think
change my oil,
He
do my
needs a
taxes.
personal assistant.
Tarun, I think we
We're
could,
all now looking for sugar daddies.
no, Tarun and I would make a great gay couple. Just take out all the physicality, and we should just get married, civil relationship, and we both have
aesthetically.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah.
Aesthetically, I see it.
Priya, what's your love language?
Definitely words of affirmation.
Listening.
Listening,
Listen,
not being loud.
I love to talk, so if you can listen, that's great. Acts of service for sure.
Yeah.
I'm very much like, don't tell me you love me, show me you love me. You know what I mean? Like,
But also tell you because you like words of
Yeah,
affirmation.
that's true. But when I say words of affirmation, it's very much like good deep conversations and connecting emotionally. And
That's like quality time.
shut up.
I love you so much. I just can't take you seriously half the time. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Buy her carrots.
I'm allergic to carrots.
You know a guy loves you when he knows all your allergies,
You
which is
do
literally
know.
half the food pyramid you can't eat.
I was surprised you remembered my allergies.
Well, you did tell me. Well, because the one time when we all used to get together, I was like,
yeah.
What can you not put on pizza?" And she's like, "Just don't put carrots." I'm like, "Who puts carrots on pizza?"
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Guys, if you like this show, please consider joining our Patreon. Support us so we can make more great content for you. Thanks. I don't know how you're friends with all these girls. I can't be friends with women.
I have so many
not?
girlfriends.
I don't hang out
I
with you.
thought
though.
we're friends.
But we could.
I won't hang out with
A
you.
lot of people
Okay.
say that to me. It's like, well, it's like
Good to know.
I'm like, yo, I thought
You're
we're
not
all
coming to
homies
my
here.
birthday party yet
you're
again.
not in this circle.
I won't hang out with you one-on-one.
Why?
Because?
Why?
Why does it have to be sexual?
I don't know. I'm just a sexual person.
Well, I am too, but
So
I
you only can
compartmentalize.
hang out with a woman if you have sex with her?
What happens is if you're hanging out, someone always likes somebody else. That's
Not
the point.
true.
Not true.
I have so many girlfriends that it's just mutual for a
Yeah,
long period
same.
of time.
I have
Nothing
a lot
weird.
of platonic male
And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. Like
I have
nothing would
platonic
happen.
friends, but like they're like in like Shaz is a good friend of mine, but she's in Texas and she's married. So like
So you
nothing-
don't have to see her?
Yeah, I wouldn't hang out with her because she's married with a husband.
That-
But what if she
what
were
does
not
that do
married?
with
What
it?
if she were not married? You would not hang out with her also?
No, I think it's disrespectful to the husband.
But no, if she were not married.
What if you like third wheeled them?
How'd you become
Wait,
friends
wait, wait.
then?
I
Wait,
think all my
million
couple
questions.
friends all
Does
the
her
time.
husband know you?
Yeah, I know.
Decently well. Okay, so
Awesome.
and he likes you. He trusts you. So I think you're doing your due diligence. When a close girlfriend of mine, one of my really close girlfriends, she's been with her boyfriend a couple years. I made it a point because I understand as a man,
Get
he
to
needs to know who I am.
know. Yeah.
Make sure I'm not, being respectful to his woman and the person he's there to protect. And now he loves me, so he doesn't care if she comes to my house and we hang out for a couple hours.
Yeah.
If a woman's best friends with her ex, huge red flag for me.
Well,
huge
no
red
one's
flag.
saying
That's
ex,
completely
though.
different, though, but
we're
you're
not
not
saying
saying
ex.
ex.
We're
Where's his
saying
ex come in here?
friends.
I'm just saying that.
I'm not going to hang out one-on-one with my ex. No thanks.
Yeah.
If you're watching.
Sometimes people are like, "Oh, we still talk," but he's my friend now. It's like that's a
But
weird.
you can talk. It's just
Yeah.
not hanging out. Like my,
See, I think that's weird. If you're
My
talking to your
first girlfriend
ex-person-
that we were together for like 9 years, we still talk.
I think
She's
that's weird.
married and lives in Hawaii.
Ooh,
But it's a different relationship.
It's a different 9 years. Everyone is capable of doing different things, right? Like, and everyone else's new significant other has different boundaries too.
Exactly. You have to
So-
talk about them.
But like, that was a big scandal when that came out when Bill and Melinda Gates were getting divorced, that Bill Gates was still able to see his ex. And he put that up front to Melinda that once a year I'm going to go and do this like ski trip. Or I forgot what.
You mean what, the island? He was with Epstein Island? That's probably
Not
what he's
that
doing. I mean,
part.
wasn't he on the
but
list of that?
He had some other like ski trip that he said like every year I'm
Ski
going to be with
trip.
my ex.
Yeah.
And like, because I still miss her personality, I guess. And some people were like torn because they're like, it's cool. He can value his ex as just a person. But at the same time, like, is it mad disrespectful?
But isn't it situational? Because I agree with you. My last two exes I have no relationship with at all, completely blocked, which is normal. In this particular case, it's like, look, there's no residue left of the past. That's why we can be friends. Usually there's residue and people don't want to move past that little thing that was.
Yeah.
There's nothing left in this situation. That's why we can. And when I say we talk, like every 6 months, have a
Yeah, it's
conversation.
not
It's
like-
not like we're homies.
Yeah, keep in touch.
Yeah.
See, I always find too, if I'm friends with the women, like it's exhausting for me because I'm always helping them with something. It's like, hey, my car is broken.
Are you just paying for all these girls? I would love to date you. Pay for
it's
me.
Just like it's like a one-way thing where it's like I'm helping them. Like I pour into their cup. I'm like, dude, you can't get relationship energy from me. You know, if I'm not dating you. You know, they're asking me to like help them do
But
things.
isn't that your
But
own
you're also
boundaries?
giving it though.
Those are your own boundaries.
I've never had guy friends offer to
No,
give
God,
me anything.
no.
Put him in your inner circle. He's gonna start paying for stuff.
Yeah.
No, not paying for stuff, but just like mentally, like,
car
or
needs
they're
a service.
venting. They're like, oh my God, this guy, this. I'm like, yo, I would do this with my girlfriend, like listen to you vent, but I'm not gonna listen to
So
this.
then you don't want to be friends.
Absolutely, I said that.
So then what about your male friends? Do you listen to them vent?
Yeah, guy friends, I can have a lot of, I have a few male friends that I vent to. I may find me exhausting.
This
I'm pretty
is
sure.
very bad dynamic, Tarun, to be putting out in the world that you can't be friends with women and like
know,
just
right?
appreciate them
I don't-
for their
look,
conversation and their problem.
I've got acquaintances, but I'm just saying friends where I'm, like, I don't hang out with Priya one-on-one. I don't hang out with you one-on-one.
But why? What's the problem with that? I just don't
I
understand.
told you, like, I just
we
feel
hang out
like
in a
it's
group, but
weird.
I will not ask you to fix my car. I won't ask.
Now,
Dude, if you
I have a dad, you know?
if you hang out with Priya 101, you will leave. Even forget the date. Like even as
It'll
a
be the
friend.
first time someone's left mid-date.
It's literally Priya is like, even guy friends leave me. I got stood up as a friend date. Like, what did I
can't.
do? It's over.
we got to wrap up.
We do.
Part of me is like, is this sad? We're like 30s and 40s talking about dating and stuff.
No, it's not
a
sad.
new
It's actually,
reality.
it's actually
Reality,
not
right?
sad. It's actually we're voice of most people.
Exactly.
That
Thank
are
you.
quiet.
People in cosmopolitan
Thank
cities.
you. Thank you.
Look at Priya got offended when you said that, and then when I stood up for her, she goes, yes, whatever Pritesh said, yeah, I'm worthy.
Jasmine, where can we find you on social media?
You guys can find me at Hot Chai Pod on YouTube and Instagram.
And you can find me at the Pritesh Shah on everything.
You can find me Mehta on Instagram and Priya.Mehta on TikTok.
And you can find me at Tarun Shetty. Please don't forget to follow us at the ConvoSutra. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.